Well, this is the brand new Ford F-150 Platinum Edition. That means it's the creme de la creme. Now, to tell you a little bit about the history of the F-150, the F-Series actually first appeared in 1948, but the history goes back a lot longer than that.
The Model TT truck launched in the July of 1917, only 9 years after the Model T mobilized America. With a 1-ton payload, Ford managed to sell over 2,000 units at $600 a pop. That's US dollars, and that was in the first year of production. Fast forward to 1928, and over 1.3 million customers had bought the Model TT trucks. In 1935, we would see the second phase of the Ford pickups, this time with the Model 50. Powered by the Ford Flathead V8, it continued to be produced until 41. And that would see the halt of the model due to Ford redirecting its resources to the war effort, that being World War II. By that time, there were over 4 million trucks on the roads. 1948 would resume production, and this time with the first generation of the Ford F-Series, which is the great-great-great-grandfather of the current F-150.
Since 1978, the F-150 has firmly been America's favorite pickup truck. They literally fly off the shelves because they are so able and capable. And this particular model, the 2021, is a very special one indeed because it's a PowerBoost. It's the first ever F-150 with a hybrid engine, and it's not a plug-in hybrid, it's a full hybrid. To give you a little bit of detail about it, it is a 3.4 liter, 440 brake horsepower, 722 Newton meters of torque. Now, the outside might look just like any other F-150. You know, since the 12th generation, they look pretty similar. But once you get inside, it really makes a huge difference. It's full of leather and suede and the latest technology, which we'll have a look at in a moment. But I thought, you know, this beautiful Dubai sunshine, it's about 52 degrees here, I'd bring it out to its natural habitat in Al Qudra and do a little bit of off-roading, and later on go inside and check out how it all is. Well, Daniele, here we are, another car, another day, but this time it's not the glamour of a Ferrari or the Palm, but it's more the rugged terrain of the Al Qudra desert. Now, I'm going to get your opinions about the car first, and then we'll go for a little bit of a drive. So over to you.
Well, given the surroundings, I wouldn't complain on the choice of the car, my friend. I guess that you got it perfect. So, yeah, Al Qudra is this weird reserve that seems a bit out of place in Dubai. They created it in recent years and is a sort of natural reserves at the edge of the city. Excellent place to test this car in its best environment, which is the mixed off-road, on-road environment, not too deep sand but hard terrain, a place where you might need to stroll for quite a long time, and therefore you need also comfort in your off-roading, light off-roading if you want. From this perspective, I loved it. I mean, we are sitting here in what is essentially an American version of an Italian salotto. I'm just waiting for some pack of beers to pop up from one of these corners, honestly speaking.
Not while driving.
Not while driving, absolutely, while camping afterwards. But look, the comfort of this car is definitely at a very high level. Maybe you don't have the finishing of a Bentley, you don't have the shiny oak on the wood finishing here on the frontal panel and wood and the door panels, but you feel that this car has been done with a lot of care and attention. I mean, look at the way these seats are made with 100 different possible adjustments to your position. Yep. The funny thing is that here, look at now, we are driving on open field, and is almost as we were on tarmac. The 360-degree camera, that honestly is something that I love to use when proper off-roading, because it allows you to detect obstacles and immediately determine the distances from your vehicles, the spaces that you need to compute. It makes life greatly
easier,
yeah, right? And now that we are making a backwards on a relatively narrow ramp, yeah, it's the thing that you need in order to get out of trouble.
Well, here we are. The F-150 in the city is really something else. And I say that because you really are towering over majority of the private vehicles. And when I say private vehicles, that includes everything from your large 4x4s to other pickup trucks that may be roaming the roads, which is quite a nice feeling. And what's even nicer than that is the fact that you don't feel that you're in a pickup truck in here. The finishing, the luxury finishing, the exterior, interior, that kind of thing has definitely continued. That quality has definitely continued within the ride quality in the city, because there are no vibrations, you don't feel uncomfortable, the engine is very smooth, the acceleration is particularly impressive. I mean, it is a 3.5 liter hybrid, 450 brake, and that full hybrid engine really aids the you know, the awesome, you can hear that, the awesome acceleration that it has. It's the delivery is quite smooth. It's deceptively smaller than it is, or rather, it gives you the feeling that the car is smaller than it is. So you're in a nice high commanding position here while driving, which is a great help. And kind of just to control it is easy. And of course, things like the 360, you know, co-pilot that this wonderful car has, where it has all sorts of driver aids, up to 10 of them, you know, things like collision warning and, you know, lane departure assist, which I'm going to try in a little while, which is great, kind of keeps your car in lane. I know a lot of the Germans have had that for a while, but to have it in a nice pickup truck is particularly interesting. So all in all, you know, kind of like 9 out of 10 for having it in the city. And I knocked at 1 point because of the size of it, because it does make it slightly difficult to park in certain places, but nothing too dramatic. As I said, you know, I'm now in downtown Dubai and I've been cruising around. Granted, we have some wonderful roads here, but all in all, really enjoyed it. Well, here we are inside the brand new Ford F-150, and as soon as you're in here, it does really look like a brand new car indeed. Now, just to kind of start, I mean, pickup trucks were never luxury vehicles, but in here you could mistake it rather for a luxury vehicle, and I'll tell you briefly why. Because kind of the finishing is great. You have this kind of the thing that you get on the finer end of the car spectrum, the kind of hand-stitched look. The finishing is quite nice. You have this massive 12-inch screen right in the middle, very intuitive, very quick, with multiple apps. You know, it's probably the biggest I've seen in a pickup truck. Then you've got cool features such as, you know, you press this button and the gear lever will go down, so you have this entire space to kind of work as a, well, as a work surface rather. You have something that could be a cool box right in here, plenty of storage, again, lots of leather. A couple of things can be improved. For example, here, this sun visor. I think here they've gone more for durability, less for luxury, but these are minor details. I mean, in here, it just really feels like a nice and premium cabin. Probably the most premium pickup cabin you can get into. The steering wheel here that you can kind of just see, again, perfectly done. This is, let's not forget, is the platinum version, which is kind of creme de la creme of the F-150, the new F-150s that you can get. All in all, great place, you know, lovely environment to be in. I'm going to just do that one more time. That's pretty cool.